Okay, welcome along to the Star Sports video blog once again, and it's flat racing time. It's time for the Guineas, and that is why I'm joined here by David Hadrill, the head of flat racing here at Star Sports. I think that's self-titled, isn't it, David? And we'll start with the 2000 Guineas, the Quipco 2000 Guineas. Does sound like an Indian or African running event rather than a horse race, don't you think? Ballydoyle, what can I say? Camelot. Even money favourite across the board. We are 6-4 here at Star Sports. We're the top price anywhere in the country. David, you're going to tell us why.
I think he's got a favourite's chance, undoubtedly. But at 6-4, I mean, evens is ridiculous. Had 2 runs, won the Racing Post Trophy very impressively. He's obviously bred for further by Monsieur. Obviously, they'll have one eye on the Derby here. Racing Post Trophy,
I was going to say, I looked through this Racing Post Trophy, nothing ever goes undoes anything. Fair enough, authorised in 2006 was a quality horse that went on and won the Derby, but since then, nothing's come through and come out and really performed the next season. Nicholas Abbey being the obvious one that bucked the trend the season later, but even money favourite in a race, where things haven't tended to gone on, not for me, David.
I agree. I mean, I think 6-4 is still a touch too short, really. I mean,
calm down. Ben will have a heart attack if we go any bigger than 6-4. Come and knock us over the 6-4. Don't be greedy. It's big enough. So we're agreed. Camelot is far too short for us. Definitely. We're keen to lay it here at Star Sports. So give us a call. Let's have a little look further down the line. We've got joint favourites 8-1. Second favourite, should I say, Trumpet Major and French 15. Trumpet Major, the Hannon horse. Ran well at Newmarket last time, I believe.
Yeah, well, we've kind of taken a different take to most of the other firms on this race. A lot of the other firms have Born to See and Top Offer as second and third favourites, but I'll come on to them in a minute. But I think Trumpet Major won the Craven very impressively, 8-1 off the back of that with us. I think he's got the probably the best trial form on offer. There's argument he didn't beat a lot in the Craven, but he won by 4 lengths. He's probably improved as a 3-year-old unexpectedly, despite how many runs he had as a 2-year-old.
Nice little sneaky each way price there for those thieving punters.
Absolutely.
You're one of them, as we well know.
Certainly am.
So what about this French 15? The French raider coming over, won an impressive trial out in France.
He ties in with Abtal. French 15 at 8 and Abtal at 9s with us. French 15 beat Abtal that day. There's a lot of talk that Abtal will improve past French 15. Abtal a lot less exposed than French 15, but I don't really buy that. I thought French 15 was stuck on the outer the whole way through the Prix Belt. He was under it for a long way out and responded very well. Abtal was racing against the near side rail maze on the feet and was favoured there. I think French 15 deserves to be a point shorter than Abtal. Not the other way around.
I think it's very muddling, this French form. You've got a couple of others in the race as well. I think for me, I'm going to look past the French form. It's so confusing. I think I'm going to concentrate on some of the English and the Irish raiders. And one that I definitely wouldn't want to be with is this Born to See. It's got some sexy relations, I understand, and it's priced accordingly, 9-1.
Yeah, I mean, he won a listed race on debut, Born to See. Won quite easily.
Then, for those that don't know, See the Stars, it's half.
Yeah, it's a 3-part brother to See the Stars, I think, not even half. But, if he wasn't a 3-quarter brother to See the Stars, alright, he's trained by John Ox, who's a fantastic trainer. But I still think if he hadn't got that See the Stars connection with the form he's got on the table, he's 16-1. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care who he's brother to. He's had 2 runs and, his form's reasonable. He could certainly improve and win a Guineas. But the 7-8-1 on offer. That's why we're going 9s.
Well, I believe he was second to Nephrite, wasn't he?
He was second.
We all know that horse has come out and well underperformed last time. So multiple reasons to be against this Born to See. Top offer we've touched on for Roger Charlton, who won a decent Newbury maiden. What about this Power, David? Impressive Royal Ascot winner.
Yeah, Power's interesting. Obviously the stable second string, as it were. Hasn't been seen since last season. Usual Ballydoyle game of this race. They normally go first time up for the Guineas. and you know, he's a similar profile to Henry the Navigator in many ways, and I think, you know, he is an interesting one. Wouldn't be for me. I'm a bit of a traditionalist, and I like to have seen them have a trial for the Guineas.
I'd agree with you. Coming out first time going winning the Guineas it's a lot to ask of any horse really, and I'm not sure it's quite good enough to go and do that. Moving on, the ever trustworthy Jim Bolger's got Parish Hall in here at 12 to 1.
Well, winner of the Dewhurst, which is probably the best. Well, it is the best 2-year-old race.
At 12 to 1, David, you've got to think, if this horse was fancied to win the Guineas, it'd be more like 9 to 2, 5 to 1, wouldn't it? With the form it's got.
Not necessarily. He's had it was quite exposed when he won. I was at Newmarket the day it won at the Dewhurst, and it looked fantastic in the program.
Yeah, no, I was there with you. Yeah,
it looked, and it was the pick of the paddock. Obviously, didn't back it in it at 25 to 1. But you know, 12 to 1. He's his 2-year-old form. He's beat Trumpet Major. And so you kind of think he's above the pecking order.
That for me would be the one on the day, ladies and gents. If you're watching the market on the day of the 2,000 Guineas, if the money starts coming for this Parish Hall, join in.
Yeah,
because it will collapse. As you know with these Jim Bolger horses, you're never quite sure what you're going to do. The only one who knows is Jim, and he happily doesn't tell anyone. So fair play to the yard, they do what they want to do, but can't join in yet. But on the day, that is the market mover to watch. We'll be alerting you on our Twitter as we always do, but couple of outsiders, David. I've got an outsider for you. With this ground the way it is, the rain continues to fall. I think half these horses are going to need arts, not horse boxes, to get to the course. Coupe de Ville, 50 to 1, ran at Newmarket last week, showed up well, finished 5th I think it was, looked like it needed the run, like a bit of dig in the ground. Place options at 50 to 1?
I'm definitely with you on Coupe de Ville. If you look at the last 10 runnings of the Guineas, I think every year bar one there's been a horse at 25 to 1 or bigger in the frame. A couple of years there was 200 to 1 poke, second and third. I think it's always worth looking for a rag to sneak in the frame in this race. I'm not always with you on the trends, but this is one trend that I do think seems to continually crop up, in that a rag makes the frame.
You love the trends really, don't you?
But Coupe de Ville, if I had to pick any rag in the 2000 Guineas, it would be him. Showed up for a long way, will handle the ground, come on for the run. At the time of that trial race was fantastic, and I think 50 to 1 each way, he'd be interesting. Quite big on the exchange at the moment. I'm not sure if he's going to run, so we'll have to see on that one. The other big price one will be interesting, which ties in with the two French horses mentioned, French 15 and Abtal, was Hermival, trained by the same trainer of McPhee.
Part of this muddling French form, isn't it?
You know? Yeah, I'm quite a fan of it though. I mean, I think there's a bit of value with the French horses, because a lot of people do, understandably go not too sure about the French form, don't understand it, and therefore I always think they're a touch overpriced, a lot of these things.
Right, okay, interesting angle for sure.
And I think 25's Hermival would be the other rag that I'd be interested in, possibly making the frame if one of the other two French colts doesn't fire.
Right, we put up every horse, or we've not back every horse. We both agreed, Camelot we want to be against it. 6 to 4 top price, we'll lay that all day long. Give me one to win or hit the frame.
If I had to back one now at the prices, it would be French 15.
Right. I will give you Parish Hall and Coupe de Ville each way at 12s and 50 to 1. Whatever you back, good luck. Like I said over and over again, we are top price this Camelot. We want to take it on, you know where we are.
We're also top price, top offer as well. We didn't really speak much about top offer, but I think he's only won one maiden. We're 10 to 1 top offer. Some firms are only 5s. For once race maiden, we're happy to get him in the book.
Either way, David, after this race we're going to look very stupid or very clever, aren't we?
Probably the former.
Right, okay, yeah, probably the former, but whatever you want to back, come see us, we'll look after you as per usual.